Now coming to the next part of the sheet, which is the nutrition plan. Here is where you can design your plan for yourself. Like I said, many coaches just simply offer this and that is the end of their service, and we are enabling you to create this by yourself. 13 to 24 after my request. Thank you so much. So yeah, nutrition guidelines. The reason we've suggested a weighing scale is we are terrible at determining portion sizes. Like I would literally feel that I have just, or I would think that okay, if I've eaten a medium sized pizza, it's 500 calories. Or let's say when someone asks me how much I eat, or this comes usually in consultations, that I eat very little food, still I'm gaining weight. But the problem is that we are the worst judges of what portion sizes are. And there are multiple reasons to it. It's not always, or like we like to lie to ourselves because of so and so reasons. So this one of the example is that when you start dieting, when you start eating in a calorie deficit, your hunger signals start going up. There is a hormone called ghrelin and there is another hormone called leptin. Now this is a bit technical, but I'll just explain you. Ghrelin is the hormone that regulates hunger signals, and leptin is what gives your brain a signaling that okay, I'm feeling full, you can stop eating. But when like we start dieting, either the levels of these hormones will go, like the leptin will go down, ghrelin will come up, or like because of certain reasons or because of the dieting, your brain signaling doesn't work efficiently. So even if these hormones are being produced normally as they would be, your brain would not be able to comprehend that I am getting enough food, because your body is going to fight weight loss. So that's the reason why like you might think that you're eating less and I'm just eyeballing and eating less food, but I'm not losing weight after a point. The main reason is that we become, or we are the worst judges once we start dieting. So to be objective, to make sure that you're accurate, simply take a kitchen scale and weigh your foods. It might look abnormal, it might look like a chore or added activity, but literally it takes 10 minutes per day. And that 10 minutes can actually be very beneficial for you in the long term. And now another funny thing is, like if a recipe, if you want to cook up a dessert at home or something, and they will mention that use these measuring cups to like create a good recipe or create a good cake, we wouldn't blink an eye when that comes. But when a coach says that okay, start measuring your food, people start losing their shit, which is not valid. You can see like how we are our worst enemies when it comes to weight loss. So buy a kitchen scale, it will help you. It is the best tool that you can actually use for your weight loss, and that will help you understand portion sizes better over the long term. Because if we were the best judges of portion sizes, we wouldn't have problems with say that we are on the heavier side of like the weighing scale, or we are heavier in weight. So that is one thing. Then your meal timings can be as per your schedule. It need not be 6 meals in a day, 10 meals, it need not be 5 meals. Select a plan or select a routine you can stick to. So do not worry too much about how many meals per day. But just one suggestion again over here is try to keep your meal timings very consistent, because this helps you like keep your hunger signaling functioning a bit properly when you are having meals around the same timings on a regular basis. And another thing which if possible, if you can do, is consume maybe 15 to 20 grams minimum protein per meal, so that it is filling for you. Then fluid intake, I've given a measurement that what is the fluid intake, what is needed, and you can select your say suggested fluid intake based on your body weight. And there are many beverages that count towards your fluid intake. We have mentioned all of them over here. Then for cooking, it need not be boiled, bland, boring food. You can spice it up, you can make tasty food, that is absolutely alright. These are some spices that are very low in calories, and if you end up buying something like say garam masala, chicken masala, paneer masala or whatever from outside, these premixes, a lot of oil and at times even sugar are added to increase the shelf life of these things, which shoots up the calories. So after some time in your fat loss journey, even these tiny things actually make a major difference. So just make sure that you're using more of single ingredient spices, because it is difficult to go overboard over there or to mess things up over there. And some other low calorie foods as well, that let's say when you create your meal plan, you start sticking to it, after a point you might feel hungry, because as you keep losing weight you start feeling hungrier with time. So you can add these items to your plan. These are lower in terms of calories, they are not zero calorie, there are no negative calorie foods as some people or certain coaches promote it as well, but these can like do or slow down the process slightly and keep you full as well. So you can have like these low calorie food options in addition to your meal plan if you're facing issues with your hunger.